here we are, another episode of Talking with Jorge. Thanks for joining us. We have a special guest today. We have someone who it's always volunteering in the community when we do a lot of events. She's there with us. She helps a lot. She helps with the sheriff's boosters. She helps with the chambers and different events that she helps. Her name is Jodi, and Jodi is here to talk today to us about the C.A.C. What is the C.A.C? Do you guys know what C.A.C stands for, what it means, or what it does? Jodi, how are you today?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Thanks
I'm
for
doing
having me
great.
on.
Absolutely. So, can you explain to us what is the C.A.C? What does it stand for?
The C.A.C is the Community Advisory Committee. It is comprised of citizens of the Valley from all over Palmdale. Lancaster has their own as well. The C.A.C in Palmdale actually existed before a settlement agreement with the Department of Justice for unconstitutional policing that both Palmdale and Lancaster got in trouble for. So we've continued, obviously, as per the agreement. And our mission is to reach out to the community to see if they have any concerns regarding the department, offer solutions and suggestions to the department to change and make sure they comply with both the settlement agreement as well as all local, state, and federal laws that they're required to.
Okay. And do you guys meet somewhere? And
We have our board meetings once a month, which are closed to the public because we talk about sensitive stuff. But we do have a quarterly town hall um, that's done every year. We're looking at maybe expanding that. It's open to the public, free, and we encourage everybody to come to speak their minds. The sheriff's department is there. However, they do not participate. They're there just to listen. And we have speakers and a topic. And then after that person speaks, we break out into groups to have small discussions so it's not overwhelming. And then at the end, we get together and bring together all the different stuff from each of the groups and their statements.
so you're saying that Lancaster has a C.A.C. and the city of Palmdale has their own C.A.C.
Yes. And the county is actually considering rolling it out county-wide to be proactive because the C.A.C actually is pretty beneficial because most people, well, not most, a lot of people don't want to speak to the sheriff's department out of fear, intimidation, or whatever the case may be. So they would be more inclined to speak to a member of the community that is where they live. We have people from the outskirts, which are the county, which is like Little Rock, Pear Blossom, on the committee. We have someone from Lake Elizabeth or Lake Hughes out that way as well. And we meet all over the county too. We move the district meetings, our quarterly meetings, so that we can bring more people into the quote unquote underserved areas because the department is stretched. You know, they're short staffed, obviously, but the Palmdale Sheriff's Department patrols close to 700 square miles. And think about that for a second. It's outside of the city of Palmdale, but it's all comprised under the Palmdale station. Between the two, they patrol almost 1,300 square miles.
Wow, that's a big area to cover. I know that the Palmdale stations, they cover like part of Lake LA, Little Rock, I think.
Lake LA is actually Lancaster,
Acton.
but Acton, Agua Dulce, portion of Agua Dulce, all the way up to Wrightwood is Palmdale, out to Green Valley, Leona Valley, Lake Hughes, going out that way to Castaic, and then up through obviously the border of Palmdale, Lancaster, and everything in between.
It's a big area to cover. And then there's short staff also.
Absolutely, that's a county-wide problem. A lot of our problems do relate to the fact that we are very short-staffed because of the size of our territory. They do the best that they can. They are human beings, so things are not perfect, and that's part of where we can come in as the C.A.C. to help facilitate between the community and the department.
Yeah. You said earlier that a lot of people are afraid to talk to the department, to the sheriff's department, things like that. I am part of the Palmdale Sheriff's Boosters. I'm the president there. This is my fourth year as a president. I joined the Boosters, 5, 6 years ago, and I started making that relationship with the sheriff's department, with the guys, and I got to know them at a different level, and I see that, hey, they're just like you and I. It's just a job function. They have a different job function to do. Yeah, some of them have to be strict out there, but most of them are really friendly. Most of them are really nice guys. They're down to earth guys. When we go to the breakfasts that they have, the coffee with the cup and things like that, you get to meet them and you get to know them at a different level. You know, and it's a good feeling, and it's a good feeling to be able to help back and give back to the community, which is what you're doing,
Mhm.
right? You have some things here. You have some statistics, or what did you
Yeah, we
bring?
have a town hall coming up on January 27th at
Oh,
6 o'clock right here at Legacy Commons in
okay.
Palmdale.
Legacy Commons, the address is right here. Legacy Commons is right across the street behind our office of Ventura Graphics on Palmdale. I think it's Q9, the next
Yeah.
street. It's on Q9, between 10th Street East and
Hmm.
9th Street East.
Yes.
So I'll have the address here. And can anybody come to those city?
The meetings are open to everybody. You don't have to live in Palmdale. You don't even have to live in the district. It is open to anyone. This time we're actually branching out a little bit more than what we would normally do, but we have noticed and have been talking about it for months, the rise in hate crimes
Mm,
and hate incidences. And there are a difference between the two.
mm-hmm.
And the detective for LA Sheriff's Department will be there who's in charge of hate crimes to talk about it, how to report it, how to know the difference between a hate crime and a hate incident. Now, hate crime is a crime. A hate incident, not always, but it still can elevate to a crime. The statistics in LA County alone are astronomical. At the end of the year, excuse me, they had put out their report. And in previous years, we've had double digit increases, which is unacceptable at any level. However, this last year, we went up 45%
Wow,
in hate crimes.
45%.
And it's the Latino community, the African American community, the LGBTQ community, the Asian community. That is where we're really seeing the rise against the Asian community and the LGBTQ community. And this isn't an issue for anybody individually. This is a community issue. It can be fixed. However, we all have to be willing to step up. And if we see something that's not right, we need to report it and we need to help those that are victimized. And it's not just the community, it is our local businesses that are being affected as well. So, again, if you're somewhere and you see it, make a note, report it. The sheriff's department has this wonderful new thing called virtual deputy,
Mm-hmm.
and the captain will discuss that at our town hall also, where you can schedule a meeting with a deputy for a report to take over the phone for something that's not life threatening. There's a difference. If it's life threatening, you call 911. But if it's not, you follow the other. And it's something that we all need to do. No more burying our heads in the sand. We cannot fix something unless we're willing to get involved
Right,
and make it better, which
right,
is what I do in this community because I live here. I love being here, but I want it safe for everybody. It doesn't matter who you are.
right. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta get involved. Gotta be involved. I've heard of the virtual deputy. It's awesome.
It is a great thing. We have two captains at Palmdale, Captain Barden and Captain Cartmel. It's something that Captain Barden came up with, and they've also started community surveys as well with the deputies when they're out in the field. They have QR codes, so it does help to engage because they can't fix what they don't know is wrong.
Right,
If you're in a community and you have a high crime rate, if nobody's reporting it, how are they going to know to move resources? That's why we are the biggest voice and the biggest eyes and ears for the sheriff's department because we don't want them on every corner. We want them there, but we don't want to be a quote unquote police state.
right,
So as long as we open the dialogue, and that's what this is all about, that's what the C.A.C is for. We are here to be a soundboard, so to speak, for the community if they don't want to speak directly. And we can also facilitate connections with the captain if need be. If somebody really needs to speak to the captain, we have no problem. And neither of our captains have a problem speaking directly to somebody,
right,
which is a
right.
good thing. And you know that. You know
Yeah,
both of them.
they're very approachable. Very, very approachable. And I know that I called the captain. Hey, captain, we have a meeting with, the real estate industry with RPG, and can you be our speaker? Absolutely. He's always there. He's
Mhm.
very approachable. Yeah, very good,
I know I had
very
to
good.
call him the other morning at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I still got my answer.
Yeah.
But that's something that we can do. Come to events. We have community events, both as the C.A.C. as well as the Palmdale Boosters, and so many other events here in the Valley that the department is at. Come up and speak.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The other thing they're working on is having deputies meet community where they're at instead of approaching someone just for a traffic stop or that. Kids are out playing hoops. Oh, there's a deputy. He's got 5 minutes. Go shoot some hoops. Try to humanize who they are because they are just like us.
Right.
They are humans. And at the end of the day, they still want to go home. Mistakes are made. We all make mistakes.
We're not
And,
perfect.
and there's a difference between mistakes and criminality. We just have to start listening to an entire story before we jump to conclusions.
Right.
That is how we're going to solve the problems. And the C.A.C. is available. We have Facebook, Instagram, we have a website, we have an email that you can reach out to us at any time.
So if somebody wants to reach out to you, they can email you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'll put the email on the website. I mean, not here.
And if you want to get involved and be on the C.A.C., all you have to do is reach out and we can send you an application. It's available to anyone over 18 for the C.A.C., but there is a youth C.A.C. that you can reach out through the school district.
So the town hall meeting is coming up. It's when again?
It's Monday the 27th.
Monday,
at
January
6
27th.
o'clock to 7:30 at Legacy Commons, and the topic will be hate crimes and hate incidences. So we will have resources, and I'm looking forward to hearing directly from the detective for the LA Sheriff's Department that is in charge of the hate crimes, and they'll give us more statistics because we do have local ones that are causing problems. But again, we need to, as a community, step up to help solve the problem.
Right.
No one person and no one organization can do it.
Yeah. So you guys heard it. It's on January 27th from 6 to 7:30 p.m. at Legacy Commons. Make it a point to be there. Make it a point to be part of our community and, get involved. It's great to be involved. You get a lot of information. You know what's going on and things like that. What else do you have? What else do you have for us, Jody?
That's pretty much it. What's going on with the C.A.C., which is good. But if you have any suggestions for the C.A.C. or any topics that you would like to be discussed, please reach out to us because we're open. And if you want us to come to have a community dialogue or town hall in your area, please reach out to us in the city of Palmdale or any of the outlying areas in the county that are serviced by the Palmdale Sheriff Station. Or if you are in Lancaster, reach out to the Lancaster C.A.C. as well because they do exactly what we do over there, and it's a joint effort to make things better. And I'm hoping that the county does roll it out countywide. Kern County does have C.A.C. as well, so this is not just for
The
the
Antelope
Antelope
Valley.
Valley or LA County. It's something to get the citizens involved to make a difference and seeing on the inside. There's a difference. Oh, the Sheriff's Department also has a community academy that will be coming up sometime here in the spring where community members can go take a 8-week course in the evening and learn about the department. You get to go on a ride along. You get to go to a jail for a tour. You get to do some role playing as if you are the deputy. So keep your eyes out on the Palmdale Sheriff Station page as well as the Lancaster Sheriff Station page. It is going to be in Palmdale this time.
In Palmdale, it's a great thing to attend. I've attended twice. Once I did it for the LAPD down in Van Nuys. Excuse me. And then the second time I did it here at the city of Palmdale with the sheriff's department. And Bob Bomb Squad comes out, and you get to wear the vest. Those things are super heavy, And we went on the tour. We went to the jail down below and things like that. And yeah, we went to the fairgrounds, and I was acting as a deputy, and there was a thief hiding in one of the stalls up there, and we had to go find them with the flashlight and look for him and arrest him. It was fun. It was all,
It gives you a whole different perspective of what they do. However, ours was not the split second decisions like theirs are, but it still gives you a general idea of how the department works and what they face, because we as the public really don't know what they face on a daily basis. And two of the most dangerous situations for deputies and officers are traffic stops and domestic violence.
Yeah. Question. So you said that you're invited to come to the events. Do you guys do a lot of events?
We don't as a C.A.C, but we do go to other events and tables so that we're there so people can come up and talk to us, which is a good thing.
Why don't you participate in events so that more public will know what's going on?
Well, no, we go to other people's events. We just don't have
right. That's what I meant. Yeah.
And we table at events.
Okay, so you know that we do a lot of events, right? Our first one is coming up on March 30th, which is Cesar Chavez Day, right? Then May 17th, we have Music and Kids Day. It's a great event for kids. We have the Taco Festival, right? We have Trunk or Treat. We have the Loma Ride Car Show for the Sheriff's Department. We have other events coming up. I want to extend an invitation to the C.A.C. to have a booth, to have presence at every single one of our events, free of charge.
We would love that because we want to get more involved in the events like that. And I know the size and scope of those. And the Cesar Chavez Day will be very good because it reaches out a lot to the Latino community, which has one of the biggest fears of the Sheriff's Department. And the department did a town hall not too long ago with the Latino community, and they're going to be reaching out again. So keep your eyes out for that on the Palmdale Sheriff's page on Facebook and at community events. And go up and speak to a deputy if you see him. Introduce yourself. A lot of these guys patrol the same neighborhoods. So go up and get familiar with who they are. And they all have business cards. So you'll get to know who they are.
All right.
And get involved. That's the biggest thing. Don't be afraid to get involved.
Right. Well, Jodi, thanks for coming in this morning. What time did you get up this morning to be here?
6.
6? Okay. I got here at 6 to set up and everything. But thanks for coming in. Thanks for, educating us on what the C.A.C. stands for, inviting the community to come out. Don't miss it on the 27th of January at Legacy Commons, right? And, I hope, you come back and we'll talk about something else.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Thank you. You guys, we'll see you guys hopefully on the 27th at Legacy Commons. You have a fantastic day today.